A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to see how we can make the Dasha Lord a very prominent figure in the chart and go ahead and do a lot of predictions. But before that, a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your comments and suggestions there. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do, and do remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. Now let us talk about the Dasha Lord. It's very important for us to give a lot of prominence to the Dasha Lord, because it is the Dasha Lord which will tell us the kind of period that we are going to run. And for big periods like Venus, for Saturn, Mercury, Rahu, these are huge periods. They take away a chunk of our life. So understanding how to work on these dashas are very important, because the Dasha Lord is the governing factor and the others around it will work according to it. Now Uttar Kalamrit in its Dashafal Khand gives a very simple yet a profound principle on how one can actually understand and read the Dasha of one Lord. How is it possible? Now when I take up a graha, when I take up a planet whose Dasha is running, what I do is I make the place where a planet is posited as the lagna. That is something that many other classics have also mentioned. And then from there I start to do the predictions. It may seem very simple, but then understand that as you have been looking into the bhavas for so long, the bhavas in that way will stop to operate. They will now operate according to the Dasha Lord. So now in this chart, which is the chart of a Virgo Lagna Kundali, Venus is sitting in the 4th house. Initially it is the 2nd and the 9th Lord, and it's very good for the Lagna. For the Virgo Lagna, Venus is a good planet. But now this Venus is sitting in Sagittarius and it's the 6th and the 11th Lord. So the entire scenario changes. Venus in its Sabdasha will give me the results of two houses, 6th house and 11th house. So the here this will be definitely a house of gain, the person, and it's Venus in the Lagna. So the person will rise to prominence. 11th house is also the house of Ichha Purti. That means all your wishes will be accomplished and you will move into a higher circle, you will make good groups, but understand that it is, and since it is sitting in the Lagna, it is definitely giving a person a boost. But understand that it is also the 6th Lord. So it will also bring in Rog Ripu Rin. Such a person should not take any loans. Such a person should be very careful with their health habits and should not try to create enmity with others. Now, how do you do the Antardasha working? So now what happened is, I would like to thank this person again here, because she's been a very valued client who has given me the permission to work on her chart and to show her chart to all of you. And so thank you so much, whoever you know that who you are. So when I look into the Antardasha, currently she is running the Venus Mars Antardasha. Mars now is placed in the 9th house. Mars is the lord of the 5th house and it is also the lord of the 12th house. As the 5th house and the 12th house period starts, her foray into the occult becomes much prominent, because it is also sitting in the 9th house, albeit with Jupiter and Rahu. So understanding, learning will be different comparatively, but there will be a effect to the learning. Why? Because I know that for a fact that Mars is energy, and the person would be putting in the energy in the 5th and the 12th house, that is occult sciences, and would be moving into a higher area. As the person starts gaining prominence and starts to earn, the first few earnings should come from the place outside of birth. Why? Because the 12th house shows a cultural difference, and so the person should get something which is outside from the place of birth. You can move down similarly into the Rahu Dasha and predict that Rahu is sitting in the 9th house and coincidentally sitting with the Lagnesh. It is sitting with the 5th lord, 4th lord, 12th lord and Lagnesh. So, it will behave like all of them and will give a cumulative effect that the person would be known in these areas, would connect. The 4th house is the house of connecting with the masses. The 12th house is going international. The 5th house is being able to teach also and to give consultations. So, all these things are very easy to be able to establish once we understand how to rotate a chart according to the Dasha Lord and make it happen. Do try it in your charts, see if it has worked for you in the past, because this principle gives phenomenal results, as I know of, having worked it out in many charts. So, do write in your comments and do not forget to write your experiences also. Till we meet with you again, stay safe. Thank you.
बेल आइकन को दबाएं ताकि आपको वीडियोस की अपडेट मिलती रहे। हमारे वीडियोस को लाइक करें, शेयर करें, उन पर कमेंट करें और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें।